Hello students, hope you are well. We are studying chapter of flow of liquids. Today we are going to discuss velocity of efflux and Torricelli's theorem. Suppose it is a tank. Some liquid like water is filled up to height capital H. The tank is provided with a hole. Very obviously, water or liquid will flow through this hole. The speed of water or liquid at this hole is called velocity of efflux at this hole. I repeat, a tank containing some liquid. A hole is provided with the tank. Water or liquid is flowing through that hole. So speed of liquid is called speed of efflux or velocity of efflux at that hole. Torricelli's theorem says that velocity of efflux at some depth is same as velocity acquired by freely falling particle after it has fallen same depth. I explain. Suppose depth of hole is small h and velocity of efflux is found to be v, and a particle is falling freely. After it has fallen depth h, the velocity acquired is v dash. Then according to Torricelli's theorem, v dash and v should be equal. V dash is already calculated here using third equation of motion. Now let us find v and see whether v is equal to v dash or not. So we are going to prove Torricelli's theorem. Suppose velocity of efflux is v, so total energy at this hole P plus half rho v square plus rho g h minus h. This height is h minus h. You know that a flowing liquid has three energies: pressure energy, kinetic energy and potential energy, already explained. Pressure energy will be equal to atmospheric pressure because hole is exposed to atmosphere. Kinetic energy half rho v square and height is h minus h, so potential energy is rho g h minus h. When liquid is flowing through the hole, the free surface is gradually coming down, and this free surface also is exposed to atmosphere. So pressure energy is equal to P, atmospheric pressure. Since speed of this free surface is much smaller than the speed of efflux, so kinetic energy is neglected here, not written, and height of free surface is capital H, so potential energy is rho gh. So total energy at free surface P plus rho gh, and total energy at the hole this much, already explained. According to Bernoulli's theorem, total energy of flowing liquid is a constant. So total energy at the hole is equal to total energy at free surface. Now solve this equation. Finally you get v is equal to under root 2 gh. This is value this velocity is same as velocity acquired by freely falling particle after it has fallen depth h. So this proves Torricelli's theorem. Now let us find range. Means horizontal distance covered by falling liquid or falling water. In previous figure you have seen this height is h minus h. Velocity of efflux is v. Since water is flowing or liquid is flowing initially in horizontal direction, so therefore s component of velocity will be v and y component of velocity will be 0, because component of any vector at 90 degrees is always 0. In horizontal direction, x is equal to ut plus half at square, but there is no acceleration in horizontal direction because acceleration due to gravity is always vertical. So ut plus half at square, in this equation half at square term will be cancelled because there is no acceleration. So horizontal displacement is equal to horizontal velocity into time, term containing acceleration is 0. Vx is equal to v. V is already calculated under root 2gh. So x is equal to 2gh into t. Now think about vertical direction. Initial vertical component of velocity is 0 and acceleration due to gravity is vertically downwards. So again, second equation of motion, h minus h is equal to ut plus half gt square. U, that is initial vertical velocity, it is 0 here. Initial vertical velocity is 0, so that term is not written here. So h minus h is equal to half gt square. From this equation you get time this much, means this is the time taken by liquid to come to the ground. Now transfer this value in equation 1. Solve, and this is the expression for range, the distance covered by water or liquid horizontally. Now let us find maximum range. We have just calculated this formula of range, x equal to 2 under root h, h minus h. This can be written like this also. Now differentiate with respect to h. It is product of two functions, h, h minus h, with power half under root. So already explained basic rules of differentiation you might have seen in previous videos. Following those rules, you differentiate differentiation gives this result. In previous videos of differentiation I have also explained that for maxima or minima dy by dx equal to 0. Here we are differentiating x with respect to h. Therefore for maxima or minima dx by dx should be 0. So for maximum range dx by dx is equal to 0. So this value is equated to 0. From here you get h is equal to h by 2. Now students, listen to me carefully. If you are finding difficulty understanding this calculus, this differentiation, at least you should remember that for maximum range, position of hole should be in the middle of container, or you can say in the middle of level of liquid. This condition is important. So if the hole is made exactly in the middle of level of liquid, then range of water will be maximum, liquid will be maximum. Now put this value h is equal to h by 2 in this equation and calculate. You find maximum range is equal to h. So this is maximum possible range when hole is made exactly in the middle. Students, this is all about this chapter, flow of liquids. In previous videos I have advised that you should read some important applications of Bernoulli's theorem. Some explanation I have already given in the video, and some were left to you to read yourself. Hope you have read, and I also hope that you are doing numericals of different chapters. If you are finding any difficulty in explanation or numericals, you are most welcome to ask your questions, your concerns, your doubts through school application. Keep studying, student. Don't hesitate in asking your questions. You are most welcome to ask your doubts. Thank you, students. God bless you.